We're live!
Oh, we're live.
We're live on the Facebooks.
I have my blue shiny glasses.
They're not blue shiny. They're just
they shine
reflecting blue.
They're reflecting the blueness.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hey, we
we're
forgot
live.
to...
And we're singing a silly song today. Silly song.
Oh man, I need to angle that down.
Yeah, can you just get up and do it real quick?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Well, you're
just,
sharing it?
I
Hi!
can try to do that on my phone if you'd like.
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay. Angle it down. Yeah. You got
Right there? Okay.
Sure.
Welcome everybody.
Yes. Welcome everybody.
The house smells like burnt bacon.
Yeah. So the kids decided to make a lemonade stand today and sell bacon, which would say had my permission. So they were going to do it in the oven, and then I said, well, you could take a really big deep pot and then just stir it on the stove if you wanted to do that. And it would take a little while, but there's different ways you can do it. So they decided to make it in the microwave. And it's really smelly in here now.
It's very smelly.
But nobody got hurt, and that's good.
Yes, that is good.
So yeah, that's good. Say have my
Oh, gotta turn that down.
Turn that volume down.
Brenda Zorn, Amanda Bout.
Not Brenda Zorn, Brenda Block.
No, Brenda Zorn is on too, and so
I
is
don't see-
Lori.
Oh, okay. Hi guys.
All right, yeah.
Yay. All our friends.
Amanda, I can never say your last name. I don't know why.
It's Ball,
Ball? Just ignore the E.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Is it ball, like bouncy ball, basketball? She'll
And
let
she
us
says,
know.
Miriam, you're so beautiful.
Oh, you're so nice.
Very
The back
so-
of my hair is curly because I only flatten the front. Because I ran out of day.
Yeah, today was...
Yeah, today was awesome. We actually had a really good day. It was so crazy. So we've been going over to the new warehouse, getting stuff settled and ready before we start moving stuff. And we grabbed a truck that we rented and just threw a bunch of pallets in. Steve took 3 loads over to the new warehouse of pallets. And our distributor brought 2 loads to the
3.
new warehouse. 3? Oh, I did not
So
know that.
there was a load of chocolate mint.
Okay.
Just chocolate mint, big
Which is
bags.
delicious.
And then then they went over to a place that we get the samples made, and they got 2 loads of samples, just full on, big giant loads. And in that we got
Savory Samples.
Savory Samples.
Savory Samples. Here you go, everybody. Are they up for sale?
Yeah, they're up for sale right now.
Look how cute they are. They're all red. Taco. Oh, beef. Chicken. This is the one we already had, so it's not that fancy.
Yeah, but now it's in a
But
red.
now it's in a cool package.
So instead of the blue themed,
Yep.
it's
And
red.
creamy tomato basil. And this is still milk protein. The savory chicken soup is different because it's still milk protein. Everything else is beef bone broth protein. So it is totally different. If you think it's not going to behave, if it's going to behave like Keto Chow, it's not. It's a soup. It's totally different, so don't get upset. It's not the same thing.
Well, and we didn't change the chicken because there's a lot of people that are already using it, like
Yes,
Amanda.
and we still like it that way. So
And so we don't want to mess up people's recipes and the cool things that they're doing, so we left it alone. So, I mean, we could have.
what did Brenda
I
say?
dare you to bring me in for a minute. I'm on the bike. We actually can't bring you on because we're not
Oh,
using.
we're on the computer.
Yeah, we're using a streaming platform,
Yeah,
so we
dang
can't
it.
add people as co-hosts.
Sorry, friend.
So
But it would be fun to see you on the bike.
it would be fun. You could totally do the as you're driving too fast. It'd be awesome. Okay, I'm almost done sharing. But yeah, so we got the samples.
We got the savory samples.
And we
today.
started moving stuff over, and it wasn't like, we're not moving. It's more that we are taking all of the
extra stuff over. So this is my projected thing while we're talking about moving. On the 4th of July, we'll have the day off. So of course, we're going to work our butts off. We're going to have our children an opportunity to work. And we're going to get a truck, and we're going to take as much stuff that's not needed for shipping on Friday the 5th over, and then on the 6th, which is Saturday of July, we're going to move everything. So there will not be one delay in shipping. If you guys do not believe us, then you should, because we are amazing. That's one thing that a lot of people have been asking about. Is there going to be a delay in shipments? And no, we will be amazing.
Well, some fish are just delay fish. They cause delays.
Yep, and we do not do that. Chris has got the internet already ready.
I got the internet already working.
Yep, we've got some desks, and honestly, all we need is 2 printers and a computer and internet, and then the packages, and we're golden. So
Yep.
we're gonna leave that at the old warehouse to ship on Friday, while we get everything else to the warehouse on Saturday, and then we should be up and running on Monday.
Yep.
Because we cannot not ship. It will just be horrible.
Mondays are
So-
bad enough.
We're not going to close down at all.
No.
Except for, of course, for the 4th of July. So
Yep.
if you want to know what days we're closed, it's the 4th of July. And that's because it's a holiday, and we've decided to give our workers a day off.
Yep.
So Friday will probably be really hard in the warehouse because there'll be extra stuff. Because have Thursday shipments that wouldn't have normally gone out.
Yeah.
But we were going to do that anyway. So it'll be fine. It'll be great. So we'll be up and running in the new warehouse on the 8th. Our Keto Chow meetup will be in July. We're actually going to do it on the 4th Saturday this month because we will be at Keto Fest
That's right.
for the 3rd Saturday of the month, and we're so excited. Keto Fest will be so fun.
And on the fourth Saturday when we do the meetup, it'll be at the new warehouse. Did you already say that?
That's exactly what I just said. It's okay.
I was paying attention to the fact that Brenda Zorn
Sometimes
said.
when you repeat things, it's helpful.
I know.
Yeah.
She said thank you for the samples for the mini fest.
Oh, yay.
That was
you're
in
welcome.
Minnesota.
We like to help with those.
That's right.
We know because we have a little meetup every month, and we appreciate people that donate stuff to us. So at our meetup, which is in Utah, so if you're not close by, then you can't come, and that's sad. But
Can't come to ours, but there's probably one
Yeah.
in your local area. Go to meetup.com and search for it. And if you don't find one, make one.
yeah,
That's what we did.
You should do it. And
So-
people will come because people like keto. And yeah, what we do is we just have maybe one person sponsor it, one company sponsor it, and we give away a cookbook. And if nobody donates a cookbook, then it will be at our expense because we think you should have keto and you should have a cookbook because cookbooks are the best.
Yeah, Miriam has a thing about buying cookbooks.
There's something about a cookbook in your hands. It's just so satisfying.
Yeah,
Yes.
but anyway, yeah, she buys a lot of them, and so we get a lot of them and we give them away.
Yeah. Because we like to give money
We actually
away.
gave away a copy of Big Fat Surprise that was signed by Nina Teichels
Why did we do that?
last year because I bought it to give away at the
Oh, okay.
meetup.
Well,
So-
yeah, she signed it. So that's awesome.
It's
Tiffany
true.
asked a question. Can you read that?
Tiffany, well, so first, Tori Lala says there's dairy in the powder.
Yes.
Most. We have 3 that do not have dairy that Miriam just talked about a second ago.
Soups. Beef soup, taco soup, creamy tomato basil.
Yep, those
Soup.
are dairy free, completely dairy free.
Completely dairy
No
free.
sweeteners.
Unless you add dairy yourself, and
Yeah.
then it'll have dairy in it.
You can use beef tallow, you can use bacon fat, you can use anything you want, but they're dairy free. Any of the haters that don't like sweeteners or dairy or any of that other stuff, these check
Try
all
these.
the boxes. So-
Try these.
Yes. Tiffany wanted to know, do you recommend choice of fat based on flavor to make it taste the best?
It depends on the flavor, and it depends on what you like.
Yeah, me personally, I like salted butter in
Yeah, we're doing
everything.
butter in pretty much everything. I haven't had butter in all the things, but I like butter in all the chocolates. But we did notice that we made Keto Chow with butter and made it into ice cream. We like it better with heavy cream.
Oh yeah,
So
way better.
making Keto Chow into ice cream, use heavy cream.
Yes.
Because butter's a little buttery.
Catherine says hello from Calgary.
Hello!
When are we going to?
On the 17th,
Oh, okay.
we're
That's
going to Toronto.
Toronto for the
So-
Great Keto something.
I don't know. Great Canadian Keto? We're going to a conference. Yay!
We're going to a conference in Toronto. It's on lowcarbevents.com.
Yeah, so go find it.
but,
And tell us what to do in Toronto, because we have a couple days and we've never been there.
It's true.
So we're hoping there's something cool to do. I'm sure there is. There's always something cool.
Yep. Sheila wants to know, are we going to take credit cards in Austin? Yes. This will be the third year that we've gone to KetoCon.
I thought she was going to say we're taking cards with us.
No.
Yes, we'll have our cards. We can buy whatever we want.
Which will mostly be
Cookbooks.
ribs.
Oh, I mean ribs.
Let's see, what was I going to say?
KetoCon, I'm sorry.
Yeah, KetoCon. So we've been to all of the KetoCons. Every single one, which this will be
the third.
the third one.
Yeah.
I have a Texas Food Safety Manager certification.
Yes.
We have a sales tax license with the state of Texas.
And we pay taxes every year.
And and so, yeah, we will be collecting
Texas sales tax.
Texas sales tax, and
We'll
but
be
anyway,
taking credit cards.
we will be taking credit
And
cards.
you can buy Keto
If-
Chow there. And they'll be great.
Yep, and fasting
And
drugs.
we'll have these, which we're so excited about.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pack them in
We're
our
gonna throw
checked
them in our
luggage.
suitcases because our pallet's already there.
That's right.
So yay!
And
We'll
Amanda, we met Amanda. Amanda was
Yeah,
from
We
Utah.
met Amanda there.
We met her in Texas. It was
We'll have
hilarious.
these too. We'll see if we can price them if you guys want to try them.
Yes, and Calgary is on the other side of the continent. I've actually been to Calgary and Edmonton before. Of
What?
course, I was 6, but
Oh, that's why I didn't know. Okay, we have a ton of stuff to go over today. Are you ready?
yeah.
Okay, cookies and cream is on sale. Woo woo! We've got a couple more days of
Oh,
cookies
yeah.
and cream on sale.
The last time we had cookies and cream on sale, it was like October 2018.
Yeah. We actually went out of stock of cookies and cream for a minute.
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We've been doing really good at keeping everything in stock because it's hard, but
and that's why we're moving to the new warehouse, is so that we can
Have
amp
more
up
stock.
our inventory.
Hi, Julia.
And people keep on saying, "Are you guys going to have a moving sale?" And we're like, "No."
Our moving sale will be Keto Chow on sale.
Yeah. What's their name?
What's her name?
Sheila wants to know what our booth number is. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I think it's like 603 or
The
something.
one that
like
says Keto Chow on it.
Says Keto
Oh,
Chow.
but you know, I've already told this like a couple of times. Come give us a password, Keto is king, and we will give you a free sample. So
At the show.
at the show,
Yes.
just like this. We'll say, what would you like? Oh, this? Okay, here you go.
Yeah. And Sharon's going to be tagging along with Nancy.
Oh, nice.
So,
That'll be awesome. Also, you guys need to come get a picture with the witch.
yes, if you've seen the ad, we have a cutout of the witch. She's life size, which means she's
Which
rather
means she's
short.
really short. So
She's like 6
you can
foot
duck
2.
down and put your face in her face because we have a witch.
She's about Sam's height.
So, and you want to tag her and tag us on Instagram. It'll be way fun to see how many witch
Instagrams.
pictures we can get.
Yep. Okay, yeah, so cookies and cream's on sale.
Yay.
It's a favorite. It's funny, we got a lot of people who absolutely love cookies and cream, and a lot of people are like, it's not cookie enough.
Yeah, add some cookie to it. I mean, chocolate to it.
But we're not going to change it because people love it or not. But yeah, Bethany won the giveaway that we did. What?
Yes!
Sweet.
That's so awesome.
Is there a local store to buy or just online? Now, Sarah is
Depends
from.
on where you live.
She's from West Jordan.
Yes.
We
there's
have a
local
warehouse
store here.
storefront in South Jordan. It's on 114th South and Redwood Road. It's
Until
in the same
the
park
8th
until
of
the 8th
July.
of July.
And it'll be 12577
Yeah.
South,
Hold on.
265 West.
So it's in the same parking lot as Mower Medic. In a couple weeks, it will be in Draper, just off 123rd South and the South Jordan Parkway. It's by Swire Coca-Cola.
It's only a couple minutes more
So-
away, so it's not too bad. So come see us. It'll
Yep.
be so awesome. Sarah, you said
Just
Sarah.
look on our website. You'll find it. It's real easy.
Yep.
Down at the bottom, it says, "Live in Utah? Come visit us."
Yeah. Oh yes, there's
we have
no
Savory
shipping
Samples.
delays. We have Savory Samples.
Yeah, there's no shipping delays during the move.
So we will be amazing, and you'll all be like, "Yay, good job!"
You
and I'll
pulled it off.
Thank you. Thank you. We knew we could do this.
Yeah, we got to use, so the new place has giant garages that open up that you can back a
We have
full-size semi
1, 2,
into.
3, 4 garage doors.
We also have a dock that has this leveling thing. It's really cool. You pull this chain and it pops up and then you walk out on it. And if you weigh over about 175 pounds,
I
It just
think
goes down.
that You have to weigh up more than that, probably.
And then there's
Guess
Holly.
we'll find out, because I'll go try it and then we'll know what the real weight limit is. Holly's like jumping on it. She's like, apparently I don't weigh enough to move this lever. I'm like, that should make you feel good, right? Right?
That's right.
So if I weigh enough, then I just know my new goal is to not weigh enough to pull the jack down. So yeah,
Yep.
the leveling jack.
And Lucky talks about people having issues entering the last contest. Lucky, we've said it before. If you're having problems,
Yeah, sometimes.
use a web browser, not a mobile device. Go on a computer and do it there. Because one of the problems people have is you have to open the link, and then you have to come back and you have to answer a question in order to get, credit for clicking on that. And on mobile, depending on your mobile web browser, sometimes that doesn't work.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you use Chrome, you usually won't have a problem. If you're using Safari, you might. If
So,
you're having
it
issues,
depends.
just use a computer, okay?
It's kind of a
We can't fix it though because it's not our platform that's having the problems.
Oh, okay.
It is Gleam. So you can go on Gleam and you can complain to them and say, hey, this doesn't work with Safari, but there's nothing that we can do to fix it. So complain all you want, we'd like to fix it, there's nothing that we can do about it. So, sorry. we
So
get this
speaking
question
of
a lot.
giveaways,
Yes,
now
speaking
that
of
you're all
giveaways.
upset,
Yeah.
there's a giveaway tomorrow. We promise we don't try to do giveaways every single week, but we went to the trade show, so when we talk to the vendors and we, get some stuff, then we want to give it away. So there's a giveaway tomorrow.
Haven't we done like one a week?
We've done one every week for a while.
Okay.
So anyway, we're gonna cool off with the giveaways pretty soon. But tomorrow, there's Visionary Foods and Focus Nutrition. So Focus Nutrition has a bunch of xylitol products.
Oh, that's right. I saw that
And
coming up.
we actually had some of their gum. They sent us a whole bunch of gum to give away at our meetup, and it's great. So they have a whole bunch of xylitol products, and I can't remember exactly what's in the giveaway, but it's some cool xylitol stuff. And Visionary Foods has some delicious granola. So we're actually at KetoCon. You guys, if you go to Visionary's booth, and if you go to our booth, we will have some of their stuff and they'll have some of our stuff, because when we were at FitCon, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, I was making a face, sorry.
Okay. So you're the silly guy this
Yeah, I
time.
am the silly
I'll be
guy.
the serious one. You be the silly guy.
Okay, I'm the color commentary.
Okay, so anyway, Visionary had this great idea at FitCon to make
They
up
made
some pudding.
the pudding and granola.
And we put her granola on it and it was yummy. So we're gonna do that. We've actually got Taffany Elrod's pudding recipe printed on a card that we will give out that you can make Keto Chow with.
Yep.
So you can have that recipe, and then we're gonna have Visionary Foods stuff so that you can look at their stuff, and then when at her booth she'll have those cards also. And then another thing we're doing at KetoCon, which Chris probably doesn't know yet, is we are going to make Amanda's drop biscuits. And we're just going to have them in little tiny bite sizes so you can taste them, so you can know what fun things you can make with Keto Chow. Ta-da! Guess what we're doing? Making drop
Okay.
biscuits.
That'll be fun.
Yes, oh, and don't give xylitol to your dog.
Yes, don't give xylitol to your dogs.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, next. You want to see something
Oh, by the
else?
way, Gail said that she's doing breakfast every morning, down over 40 pounds.
Woo, Gail, you're
That's
so
fantastic.
awesome. I don't think you'll be able to make the jack in the new warehouse go down.
What do you
Sorry
mean?
for you, Gail. So she's lost
Oh
40
yeah, lost
pounds.
40 pounds. She won't be able to level
Yeah,
the thing anymore.
sad.
You need to blend the Keto Chow again the day of your make. Nah, you just
No,
shake
you
it.
shake it.
And you don't even really need a blender ball in there, but we always just put them into blender
We just
bottles
keep them in there.
because
all the time.
I love blender bottles because as long as they're closed,
They're so-
I have made that mistake before.
Once
As long as they're
today.
closed, you can throw them in a backpack and just forget about it. You can toss the
And then
backpack in your
put it in the
car
fridge.
and then put it in the fridge, and it doesn't leak. And if you need to mix it up, you just shake it really good.
Yeah, as long as it's closed. That's the
As
key.
long as it's closed. But if you leave it open and then shake it, it goes, and it's amazing.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
on the 8th of July.
Yes, we talked about that already.
Yep.
We are going to be doing a recipe challenge for the month of July, and we will come out with rules and all that stuff for that, but keep looking for it. It should be, you'll have an ultimate Keto Chow prize packet, and we just want you to submit whatever recipes that you like with Keto Chow so we can find some more cool stuff to do.
Are we doing that after?
We're doing after KetoCon.
Okay, because
So
I got no more brain bandwidth.
you don't have to do that.
Okay.
The girls will take care of it. We got this.
I'm gonna have to answer questions about it.
Just say, give it to the girls.
Okay. So,
Okay, now that Chris is exhausted and upset. Oh no, just kidding.
I'm not
What did you
upset.
say?
Are you not good?
Oh, Sam wants to
'Cause
take
I
care of the
know
recipe
about
challenge.
Hey Sam, can you reach the camera?
Recipe challenge.
We need to angle it down just a little bit. Can you reach it?
Oh, we'll see
The
what happens.
stick that's poking out
Y'all
the
might
back.
see my shoes in a second.
It's true.
Just
you reach
push
it?
it up a tiny bit. That's it.
Oh,
Now go back.
this is too far.
Stop.
No, that's right
down
back where
a
it
tiny
was.
bit more. Up.
Push down.
Stop.
Okay, right there. That's good. Okay. Close enough. Anyway,
Thanks, buddy.
Sam does
The
this.
camera is really high, and
It
he's
is very
kind
high.
of short.
Yep.
No offense, bud.
And there's also about a quarter-second delay between what you do and when it shows up on the TV, so it's kind of hard to see. Anyway,
Yeah. Next,
what's our top selling flavor?
chocolate.
Chocolate, by a long shot.
Yeah,
I
we
wonder if
had
I.
people asking those questions. We have a little funny graph, not a
Yeah.
graph, a pie chart, but it changes. And the thing is, the seasons change, your tastes change, and you want different things at different times. So we've got tons of flavors for whatever you feel like at the moment. So,
That's right. Let's
but
see.
chocolate is by far the best. So
Anthony says must have a snap. Listen for the snap. Okay. Cheryl says, hello, I'm using grass-fed butter. Is wondering how many calories is in a serving. I'm going to try it. So grass-fed isn't any different from salted
regular butter.
or regular butter.
yeah,
And if you want to track all that sort of stuff, just pop it all into Chronometer. If you want to calculate how much to use, on the How to Prepare Keto Chow page, there's a little checkbox that you say, I'm using butter instead of oil. And then you slide the little thing over saying that you're using all oil or butter instead of all heavy cream. And it'll tell you how much to use for your...
my phone just keeps beeping.
It's just going nuts. Just put it on
Chris.
Do Not Disturb.
It's on quiet.
Yeah, but it's not on Do Not Disturb. Boom!
It
Okay.
bothers Chris to have that sound.
It does.
Lori
wants to
Probably
know...
our children. They need our help.
She wants to know if we've hacked
They
Pina
don't. They're
Colada
fine.
flavored Keto Chow.
We still have
Yet.
not.
Haven't had a
We've
chance
not.
to yet. You still need to order the pineapple
I know.
flavor from
I should just do it.
OOFlavors.com.
Right.
Don't do it right now.
Okay.
Oh, Anthony, yes. When you close the blender bottle, you listen for the
Oh, listen for the snap.
yeah, yes.
We got it. We got this. We know
Okay.
what you're talking about.
How long is Keto Chow good in the fridge after mixing?
6 days.
Up to 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
Depending on if your heavy cream was good in the first place.
And if you're using butter or avocado
It actually
oil,
probably will last longer.
probably lasts up to 9 days.
Yeah.
But we always try to consume them within 6 days.
Yeah, we just do it.
So-
We usually mix on Sundays, and then we just finish them out at the end of the week. Make
Yep.
sure we eat them all. So
And like he says, he wishes he could come to KetoCon. We will be at Keto Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be at Low Carb Denver 2020, which is
oh yeah,
in,
they just announced the dates for that.
March or something.
March 17th and 18th? No, 13th and 14th?
I think it's 15th through the 17th.
It's
I
one
just-
of those teen days.
Yeah. I
One
just
of those
added it
10
to
days.
lowcarbevents.com today
Yeah, so awesome.
because we
Got the
we
letter
got it
from-
on there, and Jeff Gerber put up our logo already because we already paid to
Yeah.
come. So
And it was so satisfying because we got the letter that says, you can come to Low Carb Denver.
as a vendor.
And so Chris went in and paid and did the thing, and he said, like clockwork, Keto Chow's the first to sign up. We're like, yes, we are. We're so awesome.
I always like to treat people the way that I want them to treat me.
Yes, and we want to be
So,
on time.
We want to be on time. We want to respond to their emails.
We want to be courteous. We try real hard.
And we try to do the same thing with our business and anything else. So,
Sometimes we're grouchy.
Yeah.
It happens. Everybody makes mistakes.
yep.
Okay, next.
Proposition 65.
Oh yeah, you tell this. I'll just be
Okay.
bored out of my mind.
So let me find the proposition.
Yeah, we just wanted to tell you about this because it's a thing.
So
In California.
in California, there is a citizens initiative. None of the senators or none of the legislators in California would pass it. So the special interest groups got it done as a citizens initiative instead. Okay, I won't get into that. Anyway, they set limits for the amount of lead and the amount of cadmium, arsenic. There's like 100 and something. Actually, there's probably more than that. There's a bunch of different chemicals, but specifically in this case, we're talking about heavy metals: arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury. And there are companies, now the levels that California has set, to say they're insanely low is an understatement. There's two different levels. There's how much it takes to cause cancer, and there's how much it takes to cause birth defects or reproductive harm is what they labeled as. So for the reproductive harm, what they do is they take studies and they say, how much does it take to cause problems? And we'll say it takes 10 whatever. And they take that and they divide it by 1,000. And that's the amount that you have to have less of in order to not have to label your product as this causes birth defects in the state of California, or whatever. Yeah, you always see the Proposition 65 warnings as this is known to cause cancer in the state of California, and everybody always says,
We always joke.
good
as
thing
long
I'm not
as
in
you're
California. Anyway, so
And we don't have anything against California, by the way. I was born there.
yeah,
My
so
parents are from there. We
The-
love California.
yeah, so the levels are so insanely low that pretty much everything, if it has plant-derived ingredients, it's going to have enough heavy metals, specifically lead, that it will have to have a warning. That warning doesn't really do anything for anybody except for the lawyers who sue companies that don't have the warning. So we got a lawsuit. We got notice that a lawsuit was going to be filed, saying, "Hey, we bought some of your stuff. We're in California. You didn't have a warning. We think you have too much lead." And they can do this because pretty much everything that has anything plant in it has too much lead. So we got our stuff tested. It's well below. It's at like 5% the levels for causes cancer. But some of the flavors,
0.3 or something.
so it's 1/2 of a microgram. So that's 1/1,000,000th of a gram. It's 1/1000th of a milligram. Just to give you some perspective, it's so tiny, it's insane. It's 1/2 of a microgram per day of lead. And funnily enough, a lot of the flavors of Keto Chow do not qualify for needing to have the warning.
Prop 65 warning.
There's a bunch of them that don't. They don't need the causes cancer for any of the heavy metals, and they only some of them need the can have reproductive harm.
Possibly.
Yeah. If you took
If
1,000
you had-
of them.
If you had 1,000 keto chows a day.
Yes. So, because of that,
putting it on
there is now a warning on the website with a link to the page that describes all of it and gives the levels. And there's a warning on the website, and the only reason it's there is to appease the lawyers. Anyway,
So
and
in
we
case
have
you
to put-
noticed it, that's what it is.
That's what it's about.
Yep. We're
It's a
not
big
trying
freaking
to justify
deal.
our product.
Yes.
We're telling you the honest truth.
And the funny thing is,
That's what it is.
the flavors that have the highest levels of lead are ones that have plant-derived
Plant
spices. So,
Yeah, so
number one,
cinnamon.
cinnamon from
Yeah,
Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle.
The Snickerdoodle has 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon in each serving. That is enough to have it's like 3 times the amount of lead for the for the Proposition 65 warning. Although you'd still need to eat 333 of those a day for an extended period of time to have any problems. Second highest one is mocha because of the instant coffee. Third highest is chocolate because of the cocoa powder.
Because it's a plant.
So, yeah, it's just insane. It's absolutely crazy. You've got coffee shops in California that have to say this place causes cancer. Like someone's pointed out, Disneyland has
causes
signs warning you that you could be exposed to chemicals that cause cancer in the state of California.
Yep.
So
now you know why there's going to be a new sticker on all the bags.
if you live in California, we have to
particularly.
put a sticker on each package.
We'll have our labels redone.
And in the end, we will have the packaging reprinted so that it has that warning on there. It's just insane. Anyway,
Do you want to answer any questions real quick?
Catherine says your hair is fine, leave it alone.
Oh, well, I just keep seeing it.
And a lot of people are like, yeah.
A lot of people are like, yeah, your hair is fine.
No, they're
Okay,
like
thanks.
the stuff. Nayla says, this is my second time watching you. I found you through Keto Connect.
Yay!
What do you recommend? I'm very new to keto. The starter bundle is probably the best thing to order.
Keto Chow, yeah.
So with that, you get a free blender bottle. It comes with free. It's actually priority mail shipping, and it has 6 different flavors. It's a good way to try out Keto Chow. So, yeah. I wonder if they do have Proposition 65 warnings on cannabis. I'm pretty sure they do.
Well, is it a plant?
It grows in the ground, so it picks up
Does it
heavy
get
metals.
sold to California? My guess is it should. If not, a
Probably
lawyer
does.
should find out about that product
What's
and
re-
then sue them.
What's really funny is cadmium. This is hilarious. Cadmium doesn't have an amount that will cause cancer in California unless it's inhaled.
Oh, yeah.
And so we got a comment from
That's such a
someone
funny comment.
who's like, you know what? Let me just find it. It's right
man.
here. Right
We
here.
love people. We love funny things.
Sean, well, this is a fine mess. I was only using Keto Chow through inhalation. It's the only way to get true deliciousness to permeate, you see? You're telling me to be safe, I now have to just ingest it like normal people? This is an outrage. I suppose I could try freebasing it or filling a swimming pool to absorb it through my skin via osmosis of some kind. What does the state of California have to say about these methods? And I just said this is so full of wind.
We love people.
Yeah, Lucky
They're
says,
so
the starter bundle. It's the gateway to Keto Chow.
It is so awesome.
That's right.
Oh.
Let's see.
Okay, next.
Next, we're moving on.
Rachel,
We're done with that.
I think it's Rachel Hardy from Facebook support group says, "What can I do? I'm the only one on keto in my house and I'm struggling."
That is
She didn't
very
say
hard.
that exact wording. She
Yeah.
said a lot more words and she's struggling. So I feel your pain because I was the only person in my friend group that I'm still most of the time only the person that does keto everywhere we go. Chris and I do it together. 2 of our kids do it, so we've got 6 kids. And it's not that we don't feed our kids keto, because we do. They just choose to eat food other places that's not keto. So
Because we're not going to control them.
we want them to choose.
Yeah. And the 2 who do keto, they have
They choose.
chosen.
Yeah, they want to do it for themselves, for their
Yeah.
health. In fact, we talked about this on our Instagram Live. Our 4 daughters went to a girls' camp last week, and the 2 that do keto brought their own cooler. They got permission. We had the meal plan already. They sent it to us, all the The instructor sent us the meal plan, so we knew what to work around, and they actually did really good job at making mostly safe foods.
Yeah.
So they could have almost something at every meal. There was only 2 meals that they couldn't have anything at, but they brought their own food and they were just super happy.
We brought a bunch of Keto Chow in a cooler.
Yeah, they actually liked having the Keto Chow the best because they didn't have to prepare anything.
You don't have to think about it.
So and they liked that Chris went up one of the nights and he helped with the zip line, right?
Yep, I helped do a zip line.
With the zip line, and then they were able to give him their dirty dishes. Dad,
here's our
take
Keto
my
Chow.
Keto Chow dishes so to wash. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, daughters. So he's a nice daddy.
Amanda says, tell her to follow me. My family is in keto, and I'll show how to make meals. For
Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll tell her to follow you.
Yeah, and our kids, we only make keto meals. Tonight, it was leftovers and shrimp scampi. And guess who was eating spoonfuls of the butter?
What the what? Mr. I don't like keto, but I like to eat
Touching
butter.
your eye. Touching your eye.
Nose. I could actually touch his face.
Julie wants to know how much is the starter bundle and what flavors are in it. It's $25.50.
There are 6 flavors. Mocha, chocolate, snickerdoodle, vanilla, strawberry.
Salted caramel.
Salted caramel. That should be it. I stopped moving my fingers.
And it comes with a blender bottle.
So yes, if you're struggling on keto, then you're not alone. You just gotta find somebody to be your friend, and that will help.
Yep.
But get someone who can encourage you and not discourage you. I've had like different workout friends, and you want somebody who's gonna get your back, not just be sympathetic to your pain. So you want somebody who will encourage you to improve, not someone who's going to say, "Oh, you had a cheat day? That's okay." No, be like, "What the crap? You had a cheat day? Don't do that again. You got this. You
Yeah.
can do this."
Mel says, I wish I would have had Keto Chow when I was in high school. I was so busy and school lunches were terrible. So one of our daughters, well, 2 of our daughters, Simple Modern, they sell them on Amazon. They have this, it's really low and kind of wide hydro
Sam's
flask.
gonna go get it for us.
Well, it's not a hydro flask because it's not a hydro flask.
It's a vacuum flask.
Yeah, it's a stainless steel insulated flask. And it's very low, and she wanted that so that it would fit
Under the high school sink.
Yes, under the sinks in the girls' bathroom.
Oh, there you go. So see, it's short and fat, and so you can. So she has Keto Chow in here. It fits the same amount of Keto Chow because it's fat, but she could actually rinse it out and then bring it home and wash it, and it wouldn't be gross. So we got 2 of these, and our other daughter who does keto is going to be in high school next year, so we'll have 2 keto daughters in high school, 3 total. And really, most of our kids eat pretty darn good. So, I mean, our kids overall eat pretty good. But that wasn't the question. The next, do you want to answer?
Lucky does say that we should put, and I was planning on doing this, it takes a long time to redesign the packaging. He wants us to put butter on there.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
We need to do that. It's funny, we've been doing this for so long, and yet we've never thought to do it with butter. I mean, except for the chicken soup. We've been doing chicken soup with butter since we made it.
Yeah, the thing about it is, though, we don't really need to put it on the packaging because the packaging says go to the website.
Yeah.
And on the website, it's got it.
It would be nice if the packaging had better instructions. The
Hey,
problem
it's
is
got better instructions than it used to.
Yeah, it's customizable, so it really, it's hard to do. And I think the other thing that's discouraging for people is they don't know how many calories they should be eating in the first place. And so then they're like, well, I don't know what I should be eating, so how do I know how to make this? Because I don't know what I should be eating. So that's a problem. I actually talked to a guy today. What I tell people is to get a DEXA scan, figure out what your metabolic resting rate is, heart rate is. Resting metabolic rate.
Resting metabolic rate.
Yes.
RMR.
What's the breath one?
Yeah, it's a.
That's more accurate.
It's an RMR test. They strap this thing to your face and they have you breathe for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I've never done that.
It hurts your nose.
Oh, great.
I'll tell you that much.
I love it when my nose hurts.
But it's actually even more accurate than a DEXA scan.
Yeah. So anyway, well, I tell people to get a DEXA scan because it kind of gives you an idea. But there's a lot of charts and things online that'll give you an idea of ballpark, male, this age, this weight, how much they should be having, and if you can see the, kind of your goal weight, then you can go for that. So you can really estimate pretty well. And then once you start doing those calories every day, if you see your weight moving or not moving, then you can adjust from there.
Yeah.
So that's
Cheese.
one thing. So the guy that I talked to about it today, he came in because his neurosurgeon told him to go keto.
Really?
Yeah, he went in to see if he needed back surgery, and he's a candidate. He's in a lot of pain. And his neurosurgeon said, hey, I've been studying this diet for a long time. It really helps with inflammation, and I think it can really help you before you have surgery with pain. And so, you know, we talked about inflammation. We talked about how you can narrow your eating window. It was cool to talk to him because he said, well, I usually don't even eat breakfast and lunch. I usually just eat a dinner. And I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah,
like,
that's
that.
time restricted feeding or intermittent fasting.
So I said, do that, but just make it a keto dinner. Then I was telling him about how you can have all of this fasted time where your body just heals. And anyway, I was really excited. It was fun to talk to him today.
We like having people come in and talk to us.
Yeah, it's
some
fun.
cool
So
stuff.
come see us in our South Jordan, soon to be Draper location.
Sarah wants to know, she said a bunch of people in the sport group helped me, but have you guys been sick, and when you've gotten sick and had no desire to eat or drink anything but water, what did you do?
Just fast. Your body's
You don't
gonna
have
heal.
to eat.
Yeah, I would just fast. Just drink water, sleep, make sure you get electrolytes. That's one thing that people forget. Babe, you gotta move or not move, okay? And then,
cold?
no, he's just a kid.
I'm cold.
Get your electrolytes, get water, and sleep. You don't have to eat because your body has enough stores and you'll be okay.
Yep. If you feel like eating, you can. If you don't, don't. Melissa says that she loves having Keto Chow as a teacher. It's awesome to have it.
Yay.
Tyler wants to know, is it acceptable to slap people to say keto isn't sustainable?
Yes, I mean, no.
Just
No, because
remember,
it's not acceptable to slap people.
just remember,
But in your own mind, you can do it.
I made fun of my parents for doing Atkins.
Yes.
Me, okay? We all have to get there in our journey, so
Yep.
don't turn people off, even if they're stupid, but you can ignore them.
Yeah. Well,
So-
and the whole powdered butt syndrome. If they're you
That's something
powdered-
that Ken Berry says.
if they
If someone powdered your butt, it doesn't matter how smart you get. Every time you say something to them, all they'll think is, "You're so
such a
cute."
cute little baby. Because they're never gonna believe you.
Yep.
But that, and then your kids and your family, they won't believe you until they see the results,
Yeah.
and then they might not even still believe you. So
true.
send them a Ken Berry video. Maybe they'll believe him. I don't know.
Okay,
What's
what's next
next?
thing? What
so
food
we
can I
had.
make with Keto Chow?
Oh yeah, what food can I make with Keto Chow? So we have on our Keto Chow website, we have one of the menu items is resources. It's like the third or fourth over. If you click on resources, the very first thing in the drop-down window is recipes. So we have a bunch of recipes by two different people. We actually have a couple from us and a couple from one from Ketogenic Mermaid. But we have one chef, Taffany Elrod, who is a trained chef, and she has made these phenomenal recipes for us. And then we have Amanda, who's here right now, and she is your mom, your everyday mom lady who has kids, and she's a registered nurse, or she's some awesome person. But anyway, she moved to Kansas, so we missed her. But she has some really cool recipes on there too, and we would love to have more recipes from anybody if you want to send them to us. But we do have lots of resources. You can make anything you can make with a protein powder. Like if you look up protein recipes, you can play with Keto Chow that way. It's not exactly like a protein powder because there's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, with the vitamins and all the salt that's
All the
in there,
electrolytes.
it'll be different texture, and then it does when you bake it. Some of the vitamins will not be as potent. I don't know,
Like it
what's
destroys
the word?
vitamin C.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other ones if it gets too hot.
But if you're making Keto Chow into cookies and eating that as your meal, you maybe shouldn't do that. But if you're eating it as a cookie,
yeah.
then you'll be okay.
Don't cook Keto Chow and try to eat it 3 meals a day for months at a
It's
time.
probably not the best thing.
But if you're doing it for a meal or to make a keto dessert or something like that,
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun, and it has more nutrients than your normal everyday run-of-the-mill protein shake.
Yep. Taffany says that she loves cooking with Keto Chow because it just behaves amazingly.
It acts kind of like flour because of probably the milk protein is what I'm thinking. But we do have some videos. Holly and I went to Carrie Brown's
I've
house.
posted one of them.
And Chris is
It's
going to edit them
crazy.
someday. We did with Taffy. We did a whole bunch of her recipes. We did a bunch of videos so you could see them in the making, and Taffy made them for us, and Holly and I just stood there. But,
And handed her ingredients.
and I looked tall because
Yeah.
that's what I look like. Anyway, someday we'll get those posted and you'll get to see them. But
Yeah.
what's Lucky's question? Can you read it?
Let's see. It hasn't shown up on the thing yet.
Okay.
So
I
give
can
me
see
a
it
second.
on the screen, but it was behind the camera. so
Yeah,
We'll get there.
It'll pop up eventually.
Somebody's asking, what effects of sugar do you have while you're on keto? Somebody was asking that on the Facebook. So they had a cookie or a donut or something. I think it was donut. And so they were worried that they would be struggling. And what we like to tell people is, if you have something off plan, you're not off plan. This is the lifestyle you've chosen. You are going to do keto because you're changing your life, right?
Yeah.
So you're still keto. You had a cookie, and now you're not having cookie anymore. So you're mentally. You need to make sure that you're mentally in for the long haul, in the game, right? And then it will probably kick you out of ketosis, depending on how metabolically flexible you are. So if you're super healthy, young, running person, you'll probably be fine. But if you're not, then that's okay. Do better again in a minute. Like, not tomorrow, because tomorrow, yes, you'll be doing better already by then. But once you finish that cookie or whatever you decide to do, you're not eating any more of them. So I think you have to kind of mentally make yourself prepared to, you're doing this for yourself, for your life, for your everything. So
Yep.
that's what we have done.
And I really liked, I think it was Ken Berry, who said that when you mess up, the best way to deal with it is to act like it never
That
happened.
never happened.
Just, you messed up, okay, that's in the past.
On the camera.
You're done with that now. Move on. Act like it never happened. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing now. I always tell my kids it's like it's like climbing off of a sand dune. If you just stay at the top,
stay
though,
at the top of the sand dune.
it's a lot easier.
You will not have to climb back up it.
Yep.
Sam, why don't you tell us what he's talking about with the sand dune? Tell everybody.
It's really hard to climb up the sand dune.
Yes, and what is he in referencing that to?
Cleaning your room.
Yeah, if you clean your room and
You
you're
keep
staying on
your
top
room
of
clean.
the sand dune, then you don't have to climb back up. So just like room clean, keto, if you stay on the top of the sand dune, you don't have to climb back up.
And if you throw the socks on the ground, just pick them up, put them away, and move on.
And then you're done with
So-
that cookie.
Yep.
Dirty
Yeah,
socks.
In real life, why would you climb up a sand dune in the
Because you had to be at the top.
You have to get to the top of it.
You
Prayer
have
of
to- you have to be
serenity.
at the top.
Take a mulligan.
Yeah. Okay, next. Dairy-free resources. Somebody's asking about dairy-free resources. Maria Emmerich does not do dairy. She has tons and tons of recipes that are dairy-free. She has an entire dairy-free cookbook. Peace, Love, and Low Carb. Kendra Holly, that's her name. If you go to Peace, Love, and Low Carb's website, just Google that. She has a ton of dairy-free stuff too. Leanne Vogel has a lot of dairy-free stuff.
That's
a lot.
Healthful Pursuit, right?
Yep, healthfulpursuit.com. And then Maria Emmerich's recipe or website is, what is it?
Oh, I don't remember.
Off the top of my head.
Maria Emmerich's
I just searched for
website.
Maria
No,
Emmerich.
it's something with an A.
Maria
Okay.
Emmerich's website.
Just
we-
Google it.
Do we have dairy-free options at Keto Chow?
We have the 3 soups.
We do.
Yep, we talked about.
So,
Also our electrolytes
creamy
are
tomato basil?
dairy-free.
Yes, they are. So creamy tomato basil,
Show them, but
the
I know we keep just showing you over and over
the
again.
taco soup
In case
base,
people come late.
the beef soup base, and actually the base powder as well. We call the taco soup base instead of taco soup because we're expecting that you're going to want to throw in
Throw stuff in
cheese
it.
and some ground beef and onions and stuff like that. I mean, it tastes good by itself.
We had Amanda actually submit a recipe for beef. Is
Beef
it beef
gravy?
gravy? Yeah, we haven't posted it yet.
I
She
have
did
not
that?
even opened that email yet. It
yeah,
has
you
been
have
so
to
crazy.
make sure to take care of it.
I have 21 unread emails
Hey, that's
right
not too
now.
bad.
No, it's not. I got it down to 6 today.
Yay.
But
I only have
don't
2.
open it unless I'm ready to deal with it. And I spent all day. My desk today was literally a step ladder with a IKEA chair in front of it.
Was
And
that a pink IKEA chair?
It was a pink IKEA chair. I had my laptop on the step ladder, and I was sitting there working away at it while I was waiting for trucks to show up.
Trucks. And I helped load trucks because I am amazing. Because did you know I know how to drive a reach truck? Because I
Yeah.
do. I
Mike,
also did run into the drinking fountain.
Mike wants to know, do you recommend a ketone
He
meter?
didn't even notice.
You ran into the
Yeah, I totally did. I
Today?
didn't break it. I just bumped it.
oh, you just bumped it?
I just run into
Okay.
the drinking fountain a tiny bit.
So Mike wants to know, do you recommend a ketone meter? All the ones on Amazon have tons of bad reviews. The one that we've
the one
used
that
the
we
most
like, yeah.
is the Keto Mojo.
Keto Mojo.
Yes.
It does glucose and ketones. We actually
We have 2.
we have them for we
you
have
have
bought
2?
4 of them, and then they disappear to other people who need them, and then we buy more.
Why does that keep happening?
'Cause you give them away to people.
Oh, whoops.
Anyway,
I'll give one to you too.
don't say that because you're not going to.
Yes, I will.
The Keto Coach one, I haven't had enough experience with it to definitively say whether it's more accurate or not.
I think they're both accurate and they're both off just sometimes.
Yeah, I
Because
haven't had a
sometimes
chance
things are
to sit down and calibrate them. Because when I've tested my blood with Keto Mojo versus the Keto Coach, I've gotten drastically different numbers. They've stayed consistent within their own data
Sphere.
sets, but really, I don't know that you need to test your blood ketones unless you're doing an experiment and messing around with stuff. Just eat under 20 grams of carbohydrates a day.
Well, and you'll feel better
And
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Deb says the Precision Extra works fine. It's just really, really expensive for
Yeah.
the strips. It's like $6 a ketone test.
I noticed that when we got the Keto Mojo, I like to see the ketones, but I almost feel like I get more information from the blood glucose and they've existed for a long time.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to know, I'm like, okay, if my blood is high, then I'm not going to have ketones. It's kind
Yeah,
of
if your
tells
blood
itself,
sugar is.
you know?
Mhm.
But it's interesting to see how, like, my blood is actually pretty low, not low, pretty good range all the time, even if I don't eat the best. And my problem with eating is I don't usually eat a lot of carbs. I just eat a little bit too much keto food, and so I'm overeating. I think that's my biggest problem. So I'm
Okay.
gonna work on that. Okay, next. Are you
Lucky
still
you
going?
finally did come up. Is it worse for me to consume more fat or protein than what I'm allotted if I'm wanting to lose weight? Often it's difficult to get
Probably.
exact numbers.
If you want to lose weight, you should have less fat because you already have some fat you can pull from, right?
Yeah. Now that said, if you are on an ultra low carbohydrate ketogenic diet or you're fasting, which a lot of times is the same metabolic state, the amount if you eat a whole bunch of protein, if you eat too much protein, it's not going to raise insulin or stop ketogenesis, which is what you actually want. That's the generation of ketones. And if you eat too much fat, you're just going to get really full. And if you listen to your body, it's going to say, maybe we should skip lunch.
Because I'm full.
Because I'm full.
And then you
So-
should because your body's telling you
I'm
that.
hungry.
Yeah. And
Not full.
somebody wants to know, are the urine strips actually accurate? Not really.
They're accurate.
Well, they're
Wow.
okay. So the urine strips are for entertainment purposes only.
I don't know. I don't think of peeing on anything as entertaining.
So when I started keto, I needed a motivator, and peeing on the strips and having them change color, and yes, I'm generating ketones. It was a it was a major motivator for me. And it's kind of one of those things, I just needed that extra push. And if that helps you, they're super cheap. It's not that big of a deal. You can use them, and yes, you can prove that you have so many ketones that they're coming out in your urine, and that's cool, and it's a motivator, but they don't measure ketones. It's not giving you an actual measurement of how much. And Anthony, let's see, let me see if I can find it. If you are eating a high carbohydrate diet, so protein can be synthesized into glucose via gluconeogenesis. Gluconeogenesis is demand-driven, not supply-driven. Eating too much protein will not make your body say, well, I guess we should make some more glucose, if you're in a ketogenic state. And let's see, BIKMAN, Breckenridge. Dr. Ben Bickman gave a presentation at...
About glucagon. That was really cool. This is the first time I'd heard anything like that. And
it was so good. Plus you can use scissors to cut them in half. That's true.
He's really smart.
You can make your pea strips half the cost by cutting them in half.
Hey,
so there you go.
Deb said something.
She said, I hear Dr. Nolly say we should be taking exogenous ketones. First time I heard that. I don't know about should.
But you can.
There are instances where exogenous ketones are helpful. By and large, if you're using a ketogenic diet to lose weight, I don't know that I've never seen any compelling evidence that says that ketones are useful for losing weight. There are other applications for them which are great, but not for losing weight. It's an energy substrate, and if you're taking in excess on energy, it's not going to make you lose weight. The same thing goes for MCT oil. Taking extra MCT oil, taking MCT oil instead of something, okay, it won't stop you from losing weight, but it won't help you lose weight. So everybody is saying bless you and salute.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's see. We should probably move on.
Oh, speaking of protein, some people experience hair loss on
keto.
Any reasons and possible solutions? This is my opinion, and it can be in my opinion. I think you need more protein. I think that a lot of times people are so worried about protein, they cut their protein so much that they don't have, their hair stops growing and thins out. And so I think you need to up your protein. Also, a lot of people will have collagen, which we have experimented with collagen, and we're going to currently experiment more with collagen. And one of our friends did collagen. We did Further Foods collagen after KetoCon the first year for a couple of months, and she noticed like a considerable amount of regrowth hair. Like she had these little tiny short hairs up here where her part is, because she was taking collagen and all that hair wasn't growing, and so she was taking the collagen and it really helped a lot. And the thing about protein is there's collagen in the protein. Everybody feels like you have to take collagen. Animal protein.
There is no collagen
in vegetable
protein at all. None.
So
zero.
We're kind of animal people. We like to eat animals.
And Further Foods, I listened to her interview with Jimmy Moore, and she said, people will get all the time, why don't you make a vegan collagen? It's like, because that's literally impossible.
Anyway, she's a cute girl. Well, there's 3 girls that own the business, but yeah, that's my opinion. What's your opinion, dear?
My opinion is to listen to episode 168 of the 2 Keto Dudes. I put a link in there. Richard Morris discusses it at length. What can cause hair loss? It's a protein. Not enough protein is number one, but you also, when you have a caloric restriction, your body turns down processes. Mm-hmm. And one of the things it turns down, if you go too low, is it turns down the growth of hair.
Something that's not essential for life. We actually, that guy that I was chatting with today, I wish I could remember his name. We were talking about that too. how if you eat too low, your body's going to go into starvation mode and it's going to try to hold on to everything that you're going to give it.
Yeah.
You're not going to lose weight, and it'll shut down those not necessary
Non-essential,
functions.
yeah. Because your body's smart. It knows the difference between no food, fasting. It knows the difference between we're getting a little bit less than we should, so let's open up the fat stores and pull it from there. Because it's still going to, if it needs to do stuff, it's still going to use as many calories as it needs.
Yeah.
Whether that's from storage or whether that's from food that you're eating. It's going to do it. In that discussion on episode 168 of the Two Keto Dudes, they talk a lot about the Biggest Loser thing and how it crashed people's metabolism because they weren't eating enough food. They were doing all this exercise. Well, after a while, your body just says, "Okay, I'm just going to turn all this stuff off." So, and yeah, losing weight quickly can cause hair loss, and that's the caloric restriction.
Yep.
So one of the things you want to do is you want to eat enough fat that your body says, okay, let's not eat as much stuff on its own, and have your insulin down. Let your body mediate that, but you never want more than about 15% below what your recommended calories are based on all your stuff, your basal metabolic rate, resting RMR, your resting metabolic rate. We talked about that earlier with the face mask thing. It'll tell you how many calories you're burning a day.
Scan.
Yep.
Which is so cool.
We're almost at an hour. Do we want to finish it up, or do we want to go through some of this stuff?
Quick. Are there new flavors coming? No.
Yeah, there are no new flavors coming right now.
Because we've got them all right now.
We have
We're gonna see how they go.
21 flavors, 22 if you count the base powder.
We will discontinue flavors before we come out with new flavors.
Yep.
Traveling with Keto Chow. We had somebody ask about that. If you're gonna have a big bag, put it in your checked luggage. Have the regular sample size in your carry-on. They may or may not, TSA may or may not pull it, and check it, swab it, or take it away. Usually they don't take it away. We haven't had it taken away unless it was a big bag and it was opened.
Yep.
But I don't think we've even had that happen. But I
No,
know
we
other
haven't.
people have. Some people have. But that's on an airplane. If you're in a car, you can bring whatever you want. I would bring already made Keto Chow in coolers, and then you can just eat it whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
So
And I put a link
we did a
for
post about
how to do Keto Chow when you're camping or hiking or traveling.
Yeah, we've done it a ton of times. We've had it in hotels. We make it, bring the little bottle brush and a little thing of soap and just wash the blender bottles, because anything that has milk in it is going to be gross if you leave it in the bottles. So yeah.
Do we plan on adding more vitamin D to Keto Chow? We're right now at 800%. Let me see.
So we have enough vitamin D in Keto Chow.
There's more than enough. So now that's of course using, if you talk about the US recommended dietary allowance of vitamin D, they're recommending, what they recommend is woefully inadequate. It's enough to prevent a deficiency, but it's not enough for optimum human nutrition. In Keto Chow, there's 172% the US recommended amount of vitamin D. It's 25.8 micrograms per meal. And another thing I want to point out is that's not vitamin D2 that your body has to convert from vitamin D2 into D3 using the sun. It's vitamin D3 already done, ready for use. Because we are getting it from animal sources. It's actually from lanolin, if you want to know. So, and Deb just asked, do you use vitamin D2 or D3?
D3.
We always use the
We're trying
end
to use the
product.
best possible thing that you could have.
We don't use the precursor that has to be changed around. It's the actual, it's the stuff. So that's why we use vitamin K2. Technically it's MK7. It's why we use methylated B vitamins. That's why we use vitamin D3. That's why we use animal proteins. That's why we use a lot of stuff that we use. And it all comes back to, I am very selfish and I want the best nutrition for me. You guys can get to come along for the ride.
If you want.
Because I use this for most of my food, so it
Yeah,
has
for the
to
right.
be the right
He
stuff.
thinks he wants the best.
I think
That's
I
why
want
he
the best.
married me.
It's true. Stole her right out from underneath that other guy.
Yeah, sorry, guy.
Eric wants to know Keto Chow 2.5. Keto Chow 2.5 is, we changed the logo and the label.
That's it.
That's about it. We also added the savory flavors, which use beef.
We just wanted it to have a different number since it has a different picture on it.
Yep. More than anything else, it was, I wanted to bump the version number so we could tell the difference easily.
Yeah, and
So-
it'll be nice. It's nice for the manufacturer too.
Yeah, nutritionally, there's not really any difference at all between 2.1.2 and 2.5, so.
Ta-da! There we go.
Anyway.
We're good. We got all of it.
Did we? Okay.
So.
Well, thank you everybody for joining
Thanks
us.
for coming.
Next time we will have just come back from KetoCon.
KetoCon. So we'll tell you all the cool things we learned and new people we met. And
If we get to go to any of the presentations. Last year I think I went to
Yeah.
Maria's. I
love
went to
Maria.
Amy Burger's.
I love it.
I went to Dave Feldman's.
I love Dave. We went to
I think that's it.
Ken's talking. Ken Berry.
If he was talking last year, I didn't see
I
his.
don't know if he did.
But anyway, the problem with running a booth is so many people want to come and Trey Franklin. Sorry, the comments are up there on the board.
Yeah.
So many people want to come and talk to us throughout the entire show that we don't really have a chance to go watch the presentations
Yeah, we
at
can
all.
watch them later on the TV if they're
but-
recorded.
Yeah, and it's kind of
Also,
interesting.
I ditch Chris out. I ditch out on Chris and go talk to people, so then he has to do all the work. Sorry,
true.
honey.
Her and Holly go around and
My
talk
work
to
is
people,
just as important
and Steve and I stand there with our blue gloves on
and look amazing.
and talk to people. And it's a lot of fun because you get a couple people who are like, "It's a shake." I'm like, yeah, it's a nutritionally
shake.
complete shake. It's
Yep.
it's amazing. You should
You
try
don't
it.
have to like it if you don't want. That's okay. With
And
me.
some people don't like shakes, and then they try the electrolytes,
Yeah, they like those.
like the fasting drops, and the mag drops, and electrolyte drops, and they're like, "Okay, I like this." It's like, cool. And even if you don't like the shakes, that's okay. We can still be friends.
Yep, we can still be friends. So yeah, everybody have a good night, and we'll see you later. Keto Chow is not just a protein.
It's more.
It's more than a protein shake. It's a complete meal.
That's right. It's a complete meal. Okay.
But
I
you
think
don't
that's it.
have to use it as a complete meal.
And you don't have to eat it for all your meals, right? You can still have all the keto foods you love, like eggs, bacon, steak, sausage, Gretel,
Oh, I said
cheese. So many, in fact, it's hard to keep track.
Of the
Where's your
wall.
Where's
brother?
your brother? He's in the water closet.
I hope he's not eating the toilet.
That's right. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will see you again next week.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Click.
Bye now. Bye.
And yes, I want to end it.
Goodbye.
What's the worst part of doing keto? The meal prep. Come in, children.
Wow.
Don't worry, they're free range. Your body has two options when it comes to burning energy: sugar or fat.
Ooh.
And Michelle Obama hates both of them. Keto is a high-fat, ultra-low-carb diet designed to get your body burning its own fat instead of burning sugar. It's not witchcraft, it's science. But it is as exhausting as it sounds, especially when you live in a house made of sugar and carbs. To prep new keto meals, you have to find a recipe, fly to the store, not find everything, fly home, order more ingredients online, wait for the ingredients to arrive, cook your meal, take one bite, immediately throw it into the garbage. Congratulations, you just spent 1 week making food you hate. What you really need is a quick, customizable, and easy keto meal replacement for when your other food options aren't ready. Introducing Keto Chow. It's the fully customizable meal replacement that makes keto easy. It doesn't matter if you're a wee witch or a noble knight.
Oh, hello!
Keto Chow makes it easy to get the right nutrition.
Oh, thank you.
Before Keto Chow, I never used to get attention from knights like this.
It's delicious!
I have no interest in him. It's just nice to be wanted. That's an old picture. With the flick of a wand, Keto Chow takes just seconds to prepare. Simply add the fat of your choice. Oh, not you, Hansel. Add the fat of your choice, a scoop of Keto Chow, water, and shake. And one serving of Keto Chow has as low as a half gram of net carbs and gives you a third of your daily nutrients, including electrolytes, vitamins, protein, and more. Meaning you don't have to weigh, measure, and track food intake like a crazy person. So if you feel like keto's been a curse but want magical results, click the link to order your Keto Chow sampler pack today. We'll even throw in free shipping and a free blender bottle. And if you don't absolutely love it, we'll get ya a full refund. If you're thinking to yourself, which please, this can't be real, it is. Just trust the thousands of 5-star reviews on Facebook, Amazon, and Google Shopping. Like this one. As someone who is not willing to weigh, measure, and track food intake, Keto Chow helped me reach my goals effortlessly and was key to losing 50 pounds in 4 months. Beverly J.
And check out all these other satisfied customers.
Do you have to have Keto Chow for every meal? No, I can still have all the other keto foods I love, like eggs, bacon, sausage, steak, gretel, cheese. So many, in fact, it's hard to keep track of them all.
Where's your brother?
He's in the water closet.
Hope he's not eating the toilet.
Just use Keto Chow when you want an easy meal you don't have to think about, like when you're out and about.
Look! Get her!
Or when you're on the run. Keto Chow comes in 18 delicious flavors. And in a third-party blind taste test with 5 of the leading keto shakes, Keto Chow outperformed all of the competitors in appearance, flavor, texture, and overall impression.
It's a buy.
Oh, a little this way. A little more. Oh, close enough. It's even more delicious than the revenge body you get from using it. You hear that, wizard?
Dang, she looks hot. You fool!
So order your Keto Chow today and replace meal prep night with something way more fun. Not him.
Can we burn this witch?
How do you know she's actually a witch?
Well, she's trying to eat our children.
Well, look, it looks like her.
Well, this looks nothing like her.
They say a drawing adds 10 pounds.
Hey.
Head over to ketochow.xyz to order your Keto Chow today.